Hello friends, greetings of the day. This is Mr. Rajiv Zubne, Faculty of Communication Skills at Vilepalli Kelwani Mandals, Kappam, Maharashtra. Today, I'm exploring one more aspect, which is the most crucial one and significant one, to design the effective delivery of your presentation. Friends, in this video presentation, I'll be talking about the delivery mode to make your presentation more effective. So friends, let's go ahead and see what is that delivery mode. Friends, let me disclaim the beginning itself that the very purpose of this video presentation is to disseminate ideas and knowledge for educational purpose only, and there is not any commercial motive behind it. The entire content along with images of this presentation are taken from diverse resources, and all of them are duly acknowledged at last in the reference. So friends, the outline of this presentation is, at the end of the session, at the end of this video presentation, you'll be able to understand the audience profile, the importance of audience awareness, and how to understand them along with delivery modes. As I said earlier, the focus of this presentation, video presentation, is what? To understand delivery mode to make, design and deliver your presentation in the effective way. And the learning objectives of this video presentation are, at the end of the session, the audience will understand audience categories and their management. Audience profile thoroughly will understand and how to manage them, and know different delivery modes also. Friends, when we are talking about audience profile, we need to anticipate. First, we need to understand who are your audience, who are they? And another question that is the most important one, most imperative one, why do they listen to your presentation? If they have any interest in your presentation or not? In what way your presentation is going to help them? This angle also you have to explore. So you have to understand how familiar they are on your topic, whether they have primary knowledge, understanding of your topic or not, whether they are general kind of audience or what. But if they are from a professional arena, definitely the fundamentals of your topic they may know. So you have to plan accordingly. What will be their interest level and what will be their take home? If you try to understand your presentation on these questions, on these parameters, then definitely your presentation delivery will be effective, as you are going to understand your audience thoroughly. What kind of what types of audience are there? Friends, generally audience are categorized into three categories on the basis of their understanding level. So what they do understand, on the basis of their dominant learning style, we have three categories, that is visual learners, kinesthetic learners, and auditory learners. And when you are designing your presentation, you have to see that your presentation includes enough visual material, enough kinesthetic material, and enough auditory learners. Visual learners, generally 45% visual learners can be there, whereas kinesthetic learners, they can be around about 35%, and auditory learners 20%. So visuals give extra mileage to your presentation. So effective and productive use of visuals make your presentation more complex. Gather audience information. Friends, when you are talking about understanding audience profile, you have to gather the information of the audience about their age, gender, educational level, social and professional status, topic knowledge, and their attitude towards your topic and towards you. And so what you can understand, get know about your audience, the organizer, or sometimes asking questions, rhetorical questions at the beginning of your presentation. Friends, to know your audience thoroughly, deeply, you have to keep close glance at your audience reactions. Whether their faces are full of joy, whether they are cheerful, then you get the signal that you get the indication that you should continue your presentation. If their faces are down, their attitude is negative towards you and your presentation, their posture is down, then you get notification that they are getting bored because of presentation, because of your topic, and it's better if you take a break over there. And when you are modifying your strategy so as to drive away boredom which is there in your presentation, then you can vary your pace. The speed of your delivery, you make it different. Sometimes the volume, intonation, pitch, as well as sometimes you can give the internal summary of your presentation and reinstate how relevant the topic is to the interest of your audience. In this way, if you manage your understanding of your audience, then definitely our audience can be interested in your topic. What categories of audience are there? Right? First category is inverted reticent. What are these inverted reticent? They are slow in grasping, understanding your topic. They doesn't know or that doesn't show any evidences of learning. See, first they are slow in grasping your content. They never show any sign of understanding. Very they are reluctant to speak out their thoughts, their understanding, and there you need to ask direct questions. You need to appreciate their responses, no matter how little bit it is. Yeah, sometimes they give nods and smiles to indicate that you value their presence and participation. So they are reticent. Why? Because they are not talkative. They never show how much they comprehend your topic. If you ask them any kind of question, as a reply also, sometimes they may not be talkative. So they are what? Very reticent. Second category is what? Intelligent aggressor. They generally sit at the last in an aggressive posture. They have very much ego, and to manage them gives you success or bestows you success to your presentation. They have very much ego and they rejoice in converting a useful talk into a controversial conversation. So friend, how to manage them is a very difficult skill. They try to steal the light of the show, light of your presentation, and they never tolerate any kind of challenge if you throw at them. And sometimes they can be a threat to your presentation. So in what way you manage them, it's up to you. If you make them busy, involving them in your presentation, like distributing your handouts or taking them help for your technical purpose, then definitely they can be satisfied and they may not intervene your presentation. Another category is submissive recipient. What are this kind of audience? They accept without any thought and without any question. They capture every of your words as its knowledge, it's full of knowledge and wisdom. To activate their mind, you need to ask what open-ended questions or opinion-based questions that require an application of information that you shared, imparted to them. You need to motivate them, stimulate them into independent thinking and reacting. So friend, always keep in mind that effective teaching begets effective learning. When you are talking effectively, then on the other end, effective learning must be there, and an effective learning begets effective teaching. So friends, it's a reciprocal movement. it's reciprocal reaction at your end and as well as at the end of your audience. So friends, always try to manage and be aware of these different kinds of audience categorization. Then intelligent aggressor, these kind of audience, look at them for approval is the worst thing. If you are looking, if you made any statement, and for the approval, if you are looking at them, definitely they will intervene, because their very purpose is what? To steal the light of your presentation. They want to come in focus. So don't look at them for any kind of approval and consent or nodding. To deal them is to seek their assistance to make your talk successful, requesting them to distribute your material. As I said earlier, you can take their help and make your presentation more effective. Then another category is what? The gloomy pessimist. They try to pick a hole no matter how effective and organized your presentation is. They look for only darker sides habitually because they are what? Gloomy and pessimist. They try to infect others their gloominess. They may spread the thought that how ineffective you are in a presentation, how disorganized is your presentation, to create the atmosphere of despondency. So in what way you need to manage them? You need to involve them through your eye contact, through your body language, and asking them fact-based questions. Intelligent aggressor questionnaires and audience, along with gloomy pessimist, they are threat to your effective delivery of presentation. And the eager cooperative, they are very ready to assist you. They are very open-minded, eager to learn new things, very cooperative to gather information. They are always ready to acquire new knowledge, imbibe new skills, put sincere effort to understand speaker. No matter how difficult and alien foreign the topic is, they put in sincere effort to understand speaker, you and your topic. They are ready to cooperate, speaker giving nods, smile and other receptive signals. They keep your speech on track if it is getting out of track. You can quickly win them if you adopt proper strategies of effective speaking. For you, the dangerous are intelligent aggressor and gloomy pessimist. The success of your effective delivery depends on in what way you are managing them. Friends, so far we have talked about the categories of audience. Amongst them, we talked that gloomy pessimist and intelligent aggressor, they are sometimes threat to your effective delivery of presentation, and remaining are very helpful in their nature to make your presentation more effective, more deliverable. Now we are turning ahead to another topic, that is delivery mode. Friends, when we are talking about the delivery mode, you have to remember one adage that have something to say. When you are imparting, when you are presenting your thoughts, ideas, your topic, at the time you must have something to say, and you have to say clearly. Means your presentation must have certain purpose, and that purpose must be clear. Friends, content and how it is said, delivered, have equal weightage. What kind of content you have and in what way you are delivering, I mean the delivery mode and your content, they are equal. Most of the times what speakers do, they give much weightage to the content and its organization, and when it comes to delivery mode, because of their poor communication, because of their poor voice modulation, they can be poor in the delivery, in their expression. Then the effective delivery cannot be there. So poor delivery makes well structured, well prepared talk dull, drab, and your audience feel very drowsy and sleepy. So friends, delivery mode is the most important one. Variation in talk, variation in pace of delivery, variation in the volume of your voice, accompanying your body movements and body language can be a forte of your effective delivery. So friends, body language, your voice modulation, your pitch, your intonation, each and everything matters over there. Your vibrancy in your voice, animated gestures, pleasant expressions, judicious use of formal and informal communication. All these things help you, assist you a lot to enhance your delivery. Friends, if you practice following strategies, definitely your presentation can be effective. You have what delivery modes or practices: reading the text mode, memorizing the text mode, extemporaneously talk or presentation, and impromptu presentation. Friends, always to keep in mind that standing talk exercise impact greatly no matter how tired and how aged you are. When you are making delivery of your presentation, you have to stand because standing talk enhances your delivery. They bring a kind of vigor in your presentation or in your delivery. So you need to exercise that. Let's see all these practices one by one. What is reading the text mode? In this mode, what is the requirement? It requires strict adherence to time limit, and it can be used in high formal situations. Politicians use it to be correctly used by media and reported by media, because always in the news we see that politicians say something and reporters say something. A gap in their communication is there, and to minimize the breach, miscommunication, they use this mode of delivery, that is reading the text mode. A single mistake here can lead to hue and cry. So they never memorize the text, and they never adopt any other strategy but to reading the text mode. Entire speech is written in this mode and read aloud, and has elements of I and you, that is first and second person narrative. Entire speech should have what? The impression of talking. When you are writing your presentation under this category, reading the text mode, it should have impression like as if you are talking to your audience. Face-to-face communication it is, and otherwise what happens? Audience lose interest. If it is third person narrative, then audience get bored. It is well prepared when it comes to reading, writing and speaking. All these skills are used: reading, writing and speaking. And when you are making your presentation, organizing or designing your presentation under this mode, reading the text mode, then you have to keep these points in your mind. What are these points? Write the text carefully as it has to be read aloud, because the very purpose of this mode is what? Reading the text. So write it very carefully. Familiarize yourself to the text by reading it several times before the actual presentation. In the presentation, you should be able to locate the points and recall the content promptly. That is the most important thing of reading the text mode. You should thoroughly familiar with the topic, familiar with the content of your topic in reading the text mode. Mirror practice and speaking in front of people with appropriate pauses, voice modulation and body language help you a lot. It can change that sometimes you can change its content and delivery in the light of suggestion and your own observation. So thorough understanding, thorough familiarity with your content, with topics and subtopics can be helpful over there. Friends, mark the text where you have to pause longer, speak with emphasis, raise your voice, speak at low pitch and greater and lower speed. All these are the parameters which assist you to make delivery more effective in reading the text mode. And what are the advantages of reading the text mode? Content can be enriched and style of the text can be improved, as you can have plenty of time to rehearse. So time is your great advantage in this mode. Feel confident as entire speech written and it is with you. So it gives you confidence, boost your confidence. Pay attention to the nuances of delivery as you don't think and organize your thoughts as you talk, because the talk is in your hand. You need to depend upon your mind and collect thoughts and organize the thoughts. So you can pay attention to the nuances of delivery to make it more effective. text can be distributed as it is available and can be referred in future. That is also the advantage. And the difficulties of reading the text mode. What are the difficulties? It's not easy to combine the factors of oral with written communication, because here in this mode, in the text mode, what you are doing, you are combining your visuals, you are combining your animations. I mean, the oral communication you are combining with written communication. So certain limitations are there. No room for addition and modification in approach or idea which flash in your mind at the 11th hour, because it is already defined, structured. At the 11th hour, if anything novice, new, engaging, interesting comes to your mind, you cannot incorporate that idea, thought in your structure, because structure is already defined. The frozen thoughts that are written earlier sometimes lack liveliness and sparkle. Advantages. What advantages are there? Eye contact with audience will be less than required because you are reading the text. Body movements also be restricted as you will be closely tied with the text. Another mode, memorizing the text mode. So friends, so far we have talked about reading the text mode, its advantages, how to frame the presentation, your talk, what are the benefits, each and everything we have talked about reading the text mode. Now we are exploring memorizing the text mode. Here speech is written, but it is memorized and delivered word to word. Here sometimes users are novice and less confident, and they are having stage fright. And what are the occasions of memorizing the text mode? When you are introducing a presenter, when you are in welcoming an impromptu guest, and when you are presenting vote of thanks. At the time, memorizing the text mode can be utilized. What are the advantages of this mode? Talkers here feel confident as entire speech is stored in the mind. Content can have proper structure and style as it is prepared forehead. Well in advance it is prepared. Effective use of body language and vocal elements can be there, because when you are delivering your talk, during your talk you are not supposed to think and organize, because everything is there on your mind. Speech can be tailored according to the availability of the time and delivery that can be managed. So friends, delivery, when it comes to memorizing the text mode and when it comes to another the delivery modes, both of them have their own advantages and disadvantages. See the disadvantages of memorizing the text mode. Difficult to memorize sometimes lengthy text, as rote learning can be time consuming and irritating. Can't alter the tenor of the talk in the light of the feedback, because when you are during your speech, what kind of feedback you are gaining over there, you cannot modify, you cannot alter your speech, your talk in the light of the feedback, because talk is already memorized and that is available on your mind. No modification, animation can be possible. If talker fails to recall and becomes speechless, then credibility will be lost. It can lose its animation, vitality, no matter how well it is written, unless delivered with great care, zeal, and with natural smile. A style that doesn't show that talk is memorized. So friend, these things you have to keep in mind when you are involving yourself into memorizing the text mode. Sometimes it can have poor impression, as in rote memory, information passes from the notebook of the teacher to the notebook of the student. See, this is the most important point. What happens when we are using the memorizing the text mode? What we are doing? We are transforming the information from the note of speaker to the note of the audience without passing the mind. I mean, without any comprehension, without any understanding. Such kind of delivery shouldn't be there with your presentation delivery, because understanding is important. Transfer of note is not important. Never memorize note cards and outline, but examine them to generate what thought they are making. If they are trite, bored, irrelevant, you can modify and discard them. Be clear on how to develop each point, and you have clear picture of the entire presentation. At times, memorize for opening, for a few quotation, and for closer statement. Please do not memorize entire talk and presentation. Now moving ahead, speaking extemporaneously. It is the most preferred mode of delivery. It is well prepared, well knit, and logically structured. Prepare note cards for each points as they include keywords and phrases, points to emphasize, places of audio visuals, places you wish to summarize, places of quotation, places of narrating anecdotes. And advantages of speaking extemporaneously. What are the advantages? In this mode, presentation of ideas can be direct, spontaneous, fresh, and attention arresting. It has room to accommodate new ideas while talking, because nothing is there on your note and nothing is there on your mind. You are thinking, you are collecting your thoughts, you are organizing your thoughts, and you are speaking out your thoughts. So new ideas which are coming at the 11th hour, you are incorporating them. Linguistic material can be maneuvered to generate and get the desired impact by repeating them. Tenor of the talk can be changed in the light of the feedback, spending more and less time, changing the pace of delivery, posing rhetorical questions, a lot of things you can use over there. This mode approves effective use of non-verbals and body language and eye contact, because you are very closely related with your audience over there. You are not tied to your memory, you are not tied with your note, you are tied to your audience. Supporting material like charts, graphs, maps can be utilized with great ease and impact. Unexpected situation can be adjusted, like reduction in the allotted time, modification in content, because you are open for that. Nothing is pre-structuralized. So this speaking extemporaneously mode is very favorite one and in demand. Now, while talking about the impromptu delivery comes without prior specific preparation, where you can ponder for a while and you can speak out your thoughts. Oral communication makes stronger to transact with fluency and accuracy in natural and social setting. Here, responses are automatically generated out of the stored knowledge. Here, in impromptu speech, you are not having enough time. Suddenly, you are asked and you get up and start your delivery. Here, impromptu in front of audience, we are exploring. Remember, when you are asked to do impromptu, you need to remember, do not get panicky. No need to be panic. Collect your thoughts as you go to the podium. Walk gently and confidently to the podium. On reaching, settle yourself with the mic. Pause for a while. Make eye contact with your entire audience. If you are not able to make the points immediately, summarize what earlier speakers have said on the topic. All this give you time, strength, and boost your confidence to move ahead. Friends, when you are talking impromptu, always keep in mind, nobody expects a perfect talk here. Always, what we consider that, always I should give very organized, structuralized and perfect talk. But in impromptu, no one expects you. It can be disorganized as your thoughts are natural and spontaneous. You will get only admiration and attention over here. Be careful while participating in talks and events, because at any time, anybody can ask you, please come and deliver your thought. So always be prepared and well equipped. Collect your thoughts, experience, understand your area of your specialization, as you could be asked to speak anytime without giving time for preparation. You can earn reputation if you develop this ability and use this mode of delivery effectively. Forward-looking management always wish to have people communicate and talk without preparation and put their viewpoints on subject and issue convincingly. So friends, if you want to be effective in the different modes of effective delivery of presentation, I do suggest be impromptu speaker and extempore speaker, because these two modes assist you a lot and give you a credibility in your area. Voice aspect, friend. Voice aspect is also very important one when it comes to effective delivery of your presentation. And for voice aspect and to explore it in detail, I'll be doing one more special video presentation for that. If you want to know the significance of voice aspect making effective delivery of presentation, you can watch my another video which would be focused on voice aspect. Non-verbal communication takes place even without words, as we know that written communication and oral communication and their voice aspect come in picture. Voice aspect involves what? Paraphonetics, proxemics, haptics, kinesis, vocal and vocalics and chronemics. All these aspects will be explored in my another video, which would be delivered, which would be dedicated thoroughly to what? Significance of voice aspect making effective delivery of presentation. So friends, you can watch that video. So friends, so far we have talked about what? The different modes of making your delivery effective and understanding audience profile. Throughout this video presentation, friends, I have used different resources. Rizvi's effective technical communication. This textbook I have used. Meenakshi Raman and Prakash Singh's business communication book I have used. Butterfield Soft Skills for Everyone. This also I have used, along with other resources. If you want to know more about knowing audience and knowing different modes of delivery, so you can go and refer this material which is available freely. So friends, thank you very much for your kind support, appreciative remarks and watching my YouTube channel. If any difficulty, if any problem you come across, you can post your difficulty, you can post your problem on my YouTube channel. So friends, thank you very much. Stay tuned.